very angry. So I must have looked last night when I ended because I rage quit this game last night. Anyway, welcome to episode 5 of Mr. T Plays Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds. I got that all in one. That's pretty good. I didn't even really think about it. So I was supposed to finish last night, and I couldn't figure out their stupid puzzle, and I ended up rage quitting. So I am back. This is unexpected. I did not expect to play tonight, but I'm going to. So good news there in that sense. And hopefully I got about an hour and a half. The wife went out. She went around the corner to a friend's house. She should be back in about an hour or so, hour and a half actually. I think that might be enough to give us time to finish this. I also had to look up how to solve this. Like, I haven't had to do that on any of these games. Alright, I'm trying to get there, right? Alright, let me get one of these. And I gotta go back to this fucking Bernie shit back there, right? What's this? That's nothing, right? Okay. Okay, just fall back there. Alright. Yeah, it did not go well last night. So I have to get there, and apparently I have to go all the way around in order to do this. And I was not prepared to do that. Alright, so I gotta turn this vent off then.
These things go sideways too.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up! You biscuit hunter. Alright, we got this. See, that's the thing, I forget. Oh, this shit. You son of a biscuit. Oh! Got an hour and a half. I don't got like an endless amount of time. Come on. Make the jump to the right the first time. Oh my god. Let's try and do that. Let's try and do that, and I didn't do it, and I'm an idiot. Should I even need to go this way? Yeah, I gotta shut that thing off over there, right? Alright. There we go.
We'll wait here for you.
Yeah. Oh, I already overrode it? Basically do that. And it'll drop me over there. Alright, so
Things don't look too stable.
sweetheart. Get up there, get up. Okay, alright, alright. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. I didn't even try and do that, but rock and roll. About as far as I got yesterday, right? And I fell, like I didn't make this jump or something, and I ended up dying. I almost missed that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not making that jump. No. That one working. Just there. I don't know if this is right, but we're gonna try it. I think I might have. All right, we're getting places. I'll go for right. I'll go for right in a second. Gotta clean my kill. Know what I mean? Alright, I got it. Am I on the wrong side though? Tell me I'm on the wrong mother effing side. All right. Counting last night, that took about an hour and a half. Get your concerted asses, effort asses over here. Mighty fine work.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
One last exchange with Anita. Via chat attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. I'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. I've got to tell her that too.
Kenny Chow, one last exchange with Anita via chat attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. They'll never say. Okay. Personal log. After I put the pieces together about the swarm, there's a million things I could have done. Contemplated my own death, contacted everyone I've ever known and loved, and gotten drunk. But of course, being me, I obsessed about whether or not I should text Anita. Whatever resistance is being mounted against the war machines, she's a part of it. Who am I, then, to bother her? Would she even be able to respond? If she's dealing with the military, would her communications be monitored? But she saved me the trouble. Gotta admit, I was a little disappointed when her message didn't consist of, "I will always love you." Instead, she wanted data samples from Cyan's confidential log, the ones that pertain to emotional responses. Under any other circumstances, I would have refused. The very thing we had tried to keep secret for years. She wanted to share it. But I sent the log because she asked, and if she didn't need it, she wouldn't ask if she didn't need it. I can't understand why, though. Sounds like she's hoping to develop an AI, but how could they possibly help stop the swarm? I guess I'll never know. There was so much I wanted to say to her, but none of it seemed fair. I'm guessing she has her hands full trying to save the world, and frankly, I remember that feeling. In the end, I settled for an ineffectual confirmation, hoping against hope that she would cast aside my fears. Nope. Kenny, is it as bad as I think it is? Worse, Anita. No, Anita. Okay, Kenny says, is it as bad as I think it is? Anita, worse. Anita, go be with your sister and tell Cyan I said goodbye. So that's it. Untold destructive awaits. Billions of lives, my own families, and yet my mind keeps wandering back to Anita. I'll never see her again, feel her touch, hear her voice. No final embrace, no closure. That desire to end things properly, that need, shames me when I think about my dithering over Cyan. I've gone over every possible scenario, every possible version of the speech, trying to predict how she'll react when I tell her. Well, what I need to tell her. But that's the thing, I can't predict her reaction one way, can't predict her reaction for one very simple reason. She's human, in every way that matters. I gotta be there for her. I'll give her a moment that she needs, and just like the rest of us, it's the very least she deserves. Interesting.
The voice of the demon.
Activates the source node.
The altar. Desecrated.
There is no blue light here. Is a spirit present, or only the demon?
It's both. But we have to find out.
Oh, snap. Okay, alright. So that goes there. Counterclockwise. That was not counterclockwise, that was clockwise.
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
Boom. 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 Let's be, then this needs to go there. That means this one needs to go this way, right? Which means that one needs to go that way. That way, and then this one.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light, it's Ourea, your servant, your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Ourea, the Daemon is building hunter-killers, thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the totem constraint. One has been exposed, but I am incorporated with them.
Unauthorized protocol return to scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
Oh, it's possible, dude.
And what
Or
will happen to
alloy.
the spirit if we do?
She'll die. That'll be
I
unfortunate.
don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there.
Very core-like. Never
If
saw
it's
the movie Core. I was going to try and make a reference to
Daemon.
that, like a witty little joke. Never saw
There's
it,
no
so it'd
way
be
it
difficult
left
to
it
do.
unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
Well, dude, we're good. I think we're a little overdressed, though. It seems to be very warm in this area.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Okay. On the Forge of Winter. Go to the Cauldron Core.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
The Vesticist.
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for? I either need to destroy this thing or override it.
What is that? It's like a bear ape?
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
Oh my god, it's rock rocket! One of those kind of things. Changes the environment. It literally fell on top of me. I didn't see the blah 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 blah. Fuck. This thing is not going to be easy.
Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for?
Oh, right towards it.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
This thing is huge, man.
Can't let it stop us.
Get down!
Oh man, that was lava. Oh, I missed.
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for? Unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
was frustrating. Cause, I mean, I'm doing damage, but I'm not doing damage enough.
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower's for? Unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
Come on. Damn it.
Another tower!
level 50 reach. That's a trophy. That is a trophy. Where's my trophy? Not sure why it's not getting my trophy because I had one. There it
You
is.
spoke of the tower. What must...
How many people are getting it? 21%. That's, you know. That's not talking about it. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Idiotio.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous fantasy operative. Warning our network.
Araya! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
I'm still all tensed up. I'm holding on the controller.
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here.
That's probably true.
Let's go.
Gonna be QTEs.
Let's go.
Let's do this. All right. It's gonna be a very Nate Drake situation. I am busy.
It's the only way.
I agree. Guess that was the last train I was going for. Ha! Monkey joke. We're gonna fall and die? There'll be no more DLC for this?
Get me up top, Aratak! Now! Below! Above! Quick!
Oh, he has got one on his head. He threw it perfectly.
Kai.
An avalanche? You had me with crazy machines, but the humans rarely survive avalanches.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
She transferred her command functions to the
She
secondary
said she
data.
was transferring herself
Auxiliary.
to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
At the end of this? What? Oh, here's the thing. Should I make the actual retreat? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. I was gonna say, not a victory lap, but like a reminiscent tour. That was fucking crazy.
They saw us.
They're facing the wrong way. You missed, biatch. Alright. No, let's go back. Let's save this motherfudging project. That is not a campfire. Where's the campfire? To my right, so it's up the hill actually.
Maybe I can trade this blue gleam.
Is there blue then? I hate these horses, man. They ride funky like. Oh, Glenhawk. We don't need no Glenhawks. But I will take this.
I can't spare the weight.
Spare the way for that. You never have too many Ridgewoods. Oh, look at that. That's a good sign. Did somebody shovel this? No, I found new hunting grounds. Did I overrun? Nope. I missed my mark. Missed my turn.
If Ikri's not coming back...
She'll be back. She never falters.
But if she has... then I'm the one who can throw a spear the farthest.
And I'm the one who...
A Werak chieftain from the Nora. Strange omens. What do you make of it, Shaman?
My thoughts on this are clouded. I must take in the smoke of burnt wires to clear them.
That's terrible.
We
We shouldn't do that.
White Teeth come down from the jawbone of Banur to test those who would run with us.
A test? In those hunting grounds?
No, it is an ordeal. Survive upon the glacier and the knife trail, as our ancestors did. It's been a harsh season. Two have yet to return. We shall wait. Then we shall bless their attempt. Then we shall leave.
What does this ordeal involve?
To scale the glacier's face and endure 4 days and 4 nights, sustained only from the frozen ground of the machines. Our shaman has blessed the ordeal and permitted their harvest.
Metal to fashion weapons. The rest is forbidden.
So who are the White Teeth?
Warriors. The first and the best. All young hunters hungry for the fight seek to run with us. Now the machines are angered. There was always fighting. We are well served, eh, Shaman?
Every day lightning cracks in the smoke of battle. Every night a new name to honor in song.
What about the two who haven't returned?
It was their ordeal to face alone. Their life or death. Those who return know the White Teeth run alongside them. Those who do not know the White Teeth marked their attempt.
How generous. Aren't you even going to look for your missing hunters?
In time. As months pass, the meltwater often carries the bodies out.
Unbelievable. If there's a chance they're alive, then I'll look for them.
Even if they did still live, they will not accept your aid, Outlander. To us, survival is sacred.
Nothing else can be relied upon.
We'll see. Survival is sacred. So they leave people to die?
What an idiot. Imagine shoveling all this snow. That'd hurt the back, the lower back. It would hurt, man. The upper back you could deal with, lower back is just the worst, man. The older you get, the worse it is. Not for Alloy, though. She just fucking runs like the wind over the top of fucking mountains. Wait, am I gonna run up here just to zip line down? That'd be Furious George if that shit happens. Can't pass up the medicinal herbs. Know what I mean? So should have just but I wanted to take a victory lap. And this is beautiful. It actually kind of reminds me of Hoth in Battlefront, the first one. We're getting close, y'all.
All of my interactions with Ourea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the Daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Ourea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Ourea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Ourea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Ourea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location. One I've never been able to trace.
What?
So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
That sounds like
Undoubtedly.
Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Ourea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Ourea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across a strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
No, flowers.
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark. And may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Ourea.
Once I understood Ourea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Ourea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Ourea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Ourea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Ourea. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid.
My chieftain.
Just... Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Ourea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Ourea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Ourea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrack can't follow. Besides, we'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond.
I conquered the mountain. This takes way too long to tell me what happened. Drove the thread out of the mountain.
Ending. Our current understanding anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Alright. I think that was the end. Perfect timing. I got 8 minutes to get my kids into bed. That worked out well. I mean, wow, I totally got a, Looming Shadow, which I've done already. Find the Missing Hunter, so I got a lot of this, cleanup stuff to do if I want to do Completionist, which, I'm not all that certain that I want to do. Because I'm done with that. Hunting grounds are tough. I haven't done a single one yet. Tutorials. I've only done one. Alright, we'll figure something out. Alright, until then. That may have been the last episode ever of Mr. T Plays. Or Horizon Zero Dawn. Frozen Wild or otherwise. Until Mr. T Plays Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I don't know, we'll see. It's a good game. Loved it. DLC was great. $15. Totally worth it. I mean, what did I do? I did like 7, 8, 10 hours, something like that. And some of that was because I couldn't get over my own stupidity to figure out that one puzzle. It was good stuff. Yeah, good story. Story was good. The Banuk were interesting. Aratok and Oriella. I can't remember her name. I mean, they were interesting characters. Yeah. I think I'm actually going to play this game for a little bit while longer. Towards like a completionist thing. I'm not going to complete it. I don't do that with games. I play them until I get bored. Thing is, I don't have any. Oh man, I still have that wedding ring on. I got to put that back on. Greased the kids up with suntan lotion today and took my ring off and haven't put it back on yet. Yeah, so I play games until I'm bored with them, and I never will know the games. And I currently don't have a game that I want to play, so I've been playing this. But I have, maybe I'll just do some of the completion stuff, because this is fun. I forgot how good of a game this was. God, I want to go back to Dying Light. Wow, that game was fun, man. But I tried playing it not too long ago, and it wasn't. We'll figure something out. Until next time, thank you very much for none of you watching this. Nobody watches this. And I am just speaking into the ether. That is the interwebs. But maybe someday someone will stumble across this and realize how mediocre it really is. And they'll write me and be like, dude, never finished watching a single one. I'll be like, appreciate your honesty. Alright, whatever. I'm rambling. Good evening. That wasn't dramatic at all.